Welcome to The Relay, a podcast from Gulf Relay where we dive behind the scenes of our operations, teams, and industry.
Hi folks, Brett Hutchins here. Welcome back to The Relay, sponsored by Gulf Relay. We have got today 4 very impressive drivers. They represent about 100 years of driving experience. And what I've asked these guys to do is come in and tell us their 5 ride or die tools. In other words, they're not going to leave home without these tools. And then we're going to work on maybe the uses for them and other supplies as they bring, like food. So bear with us. We'll be back here in just a moment. Thank you. Hi folks, Brett Hutchins of Gulf Relay, and as I told you earlier, I brought in 4 drivers here that represent over 100 years of truck driving experience. So if they don't have the answers, they probably hadn't invented the question yet. I want to introduce, first of all, right here, this is Buddy McCullum, Willie Bishop, Anthony Wilson, and Jimmy the Beard King. He normally has that beard tied up.
Yeah.
What I've asked these guys to do is come in and, with their vast knowledge, come in and tell us what their 5 ride or die tools are. Now, we've all been out there and loaned tools to people out there that didn't have tools, and it kind of amazes us when we see somebody that don't carry a hammer. I'm going to say the hammer is a given, but I want to go individually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them individually what their 5 ride and dies are. Then I'm going to do like a lightning round, and I'm going to just point, and you say like tire gauge, tire mount, like that. And we'll see how quick they are on their feet on that one. All right, so first of all, who wants to start? Jimmy, you want to start? 5 ride or dies from Jimmy King, the Beard.
Okay. I guess, I carry a toolbox, and over the years I've accumulated a lot of things, but some of the most important things I believe that's in my box would be basic hand tools, pliers, screwdrivers, vice grips and stuff like that. And I carry baling wire with me, that's a little bit more durable than rope, as far as like the undercarriage, the airlines on the undercarriage and everything.
I bet you carry rope too.
I got a little bit of rope.
And heavy twine?
That's mostly for like the doors, when they're, for that. But duct tape, that'd be another one.
Yeah.
Have that, electrical tape.
Okay, he's up to 7 now.
Okay. So I can go on and on.
I know, we're going to go on and on in the lightning round.
Okay.
Anthony, talk to me.
Hey, he just made it hard for me. He ain't everything I wanted to say.
Yeah. Okay,
but one thing that I do carry now that most drivers I know that they don't carry, I just carry extra air hose. Where if I get to just outside shop at the rest area, I wake up and my tire's low. Yeah. I got an air hose I can take my rear line off and connect to it and air my tires.
Me and you both, brother. 50-foot air line.
So I think that's important.
Absolutely.
They don't cost much. They cost efficient.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And all other stuff he named.
Right. Almost like what he just said, so you got to have the toolbox, like the hammer, and I like to have some lubricant also.
Oh, good one.
Yes, because we try to slide them towns.
Oh, absolutely.
Just had to put some lubricant in.
There you go.
And so I'm pretty sure, tools is the main key. I take the tie wraps also, along with some bungee cords.
Ties, bungees, got them all. Hey, and when we're doing this, y'all can, in y'all's department, y'all can put like the little box every time they say something, ding, 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 check that way so the people can see it. All right, buddy. They try to take everything, but I know.
Me being on the end, they pretty much got them all of it, but air gauges, air hoses, pliers, vice grips, duct tape, zip ties, bungee cords, all those things, seem a little unnecessary to have on the truck, but
until you need them.
Until you need them, and it may save you from having to have a road service call or something like that.
Or at least limp you down the road to where it gets fixed properly.
You run over something, it may break a hanger or something. You got a bungee cord there to hang your airlines, keep them up off the road, and get you on down to because I'm telling you, service calls are expensive.
Yeah, and you know what? It's so funny because all of us, even with my limited experience, I've had to use that for that exact thing, to pull my lines back up off the road. DOT's got a big deal going on right now about scuffed airlines.
That's right.
If they're scuffed, you're failing. A scuff. So you can imagine what some of these guys are riding around looking like out there. We see them all the time, them freaking idiots.
I mean, I do carry a few sizes of like compression joints. I can piece an airline back together.
Yeah, that's
you know,
smart.
And so, I mean, there's a lot of things you can have on there to help save.
Well, you know, you can also, like we was talking earlier, fuses, bag of fuses.
Fuses.
You know, extra glad hand seals. You know,
That's good one.
And I tell you, this time of year, you know, with the weather changing and it's going to be freezing and stuff like that, I actually carry bottles of rubbing alcohol on the truck.
Yeah, smart.
You know, to pour down the airlines to keep the airlines from freezing.
I can tell you a funny story about airlines freezing with Buddy because he was training my buddy Mark Trotman, and him and Buddy pulled up the snow and ice, and Trotman was driving, so Trotman set all the brakes. They go to sleep for the night, wake up the next morning. They drive through the slush and the crap.
Well, it was a nasty day.
Yeah, and they set everything, went to sleep for the night, got up the next morning, and guess who's up under the trailer having to beat the brakes? Thank God he had a hammer. Okay, so here's one they didn't talk about. No one said a ball peen hammer. I said that was a given.
Right.
No one said crescent wrenches. 2 is 1 and 1 is.
He said,
well, I didn't know if I
When you
said
said
wrench. I said wrench.
oh,
No,
you said Christmas.
you gotta say
All
crescent.
right.
Okay,
Just-
Justin, I got one.
Actually, you
crescent
need 2 of them.
I just said 2 is 1 and 1 is none. 2 crescent wrenches.
Right.
Duct tape, you already said. Electrical, you already said. Side cutters.
Yeah.
Side cutters.
Side cutters,
Cutting in
cutting seals.
metals.
Yeah,
The
cutting
little-
seals, yeah.
Yeah, cutting seals. You already said vice grips. See, you said a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if we left anything for the lightning round. Yeah, y'all pretty much cover everything. What about you, Anthony? Anything else you can
Well,
think
we
of?
mentioned tire check.
Oh, what
I
about-
always keep a little club in my truck. You know, I bump tires with it.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it with
That's
a
what
ball.
I
I use my ball peen.
That's what I use my little ball peen
Yeah.
camera for.
I got
I use-
one of those little metal tie stoppers too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In case you get one, a trailer with the brakes not catch.
yeah.
And you
Yeah.
gotta try to slide your tire. You can't
Yeah,
get
good.
You know,
Oh,
I do
man.
the same thing.
I carry
Man,
a brake shock on my
That's
truck.
smart.
You
That's
get
super
one of
smart.
those.
Because you don't always got a curb to back up.
Right.
No, I know. We've all
Yeah.
used curbs, but I carry a
Trailer
6x6
wheel get
block
Yeah.
on my
Well, especially,
catwalk.
you know, if you got a heavy trailer and the brakes are out of adjustment, you're gonna have a time sliding them down.
Oh, yeah.
Because the tire's gonna wanna
Hey,
roll.
that's what you guys out there in the trucking world need to be listening to, because I'm telling you, these guys are telling you all the obstacles you come up against, like the bad brakes, and they've already loaded it. Now you got to adjust your tandems, and your brakes won't hold, and you don't have a curb to hit. This is the kind of stuff they're talking about. So pay attention. Not y'all. Y'all already got the attention. What else can we think of? Anything else? All right, let's move on from tools. We've covered a lot of tools. They'll have a lot of stuff going on there. What about food? Did anybody save money by carrying? No, y'all. These are all OTR guys. These guys are all over the United States.
Yeah.
All over the United States. So, what about food, Jimmy King?
I always bring a full week supply of food. Even one extra meal just in case
There
I
you
get stuck
go.
out. And also in my cabinets, you know, I carry canned goods,
Yep.
you know, Vienna sausages, canned soups,
Emergency stuff.
emergency stuff,
Yeah.
just in case, you know, you get, like winter's coming. How many times have you seen people sitting there for 12, 14,
yeah.
20 hours
Yeah, what was
waiting on the
was
road
was it
and
last
ain't nobody
year,
got
year
nothing to
before
eat?
last? Everybody,
Had to find a little.
Mississippi got shut down.
And in Texas too. I know Grimes was up there in Texas, and they got almost stuck in that. He was about 5 miles in front of it the entire way.
But I always, not only that, but my food I bring is, in my mind, healthier than what anything they have out on the road as far as restaurant food stuff. And who can afford that now, you know?
Well, you know, it might not be that you can't afford it. It's why should you?
Right.
Well, I mean, you can, number one, when you bring your own food, you always got a little touch of home with you. You know?
Exactly.
You always kind of feel like, I remember when my wife made this. I remember when we cooked that.
And
Whatever.
it's just not supper. I bring it all. I bring breakfast, lunch, and supper.
Man, I
with
could,
me, you
I
know.
could sit here and give you a menu of what I bring.
You know, and a big old jug of tea.
yeah.
You know, I like orange
Thing
juice,
is,
jug of orange juice, and well, let's put it this way: my refrigerator is full.
My
whenever I
refrigerator's
go
full,
in.
and my
But by the
Yeti-
end of the week, it's empty though. You
Yeah,
know.
and my Yeti that sits on that seat right there, it's full, and I use, instead of ice, I use the ice packs. They're about 2 inches wide, 4 to 6 inches tall. You freeze them, and I'll take 2 1-gallon jugs, pre-freeze them in my freezer at home. When I come home off the road, whatever's left out of my cooler, I clean it out. I put those 2 frozen jugs in there, and they'll sit there until I can get ready to leave. I pull those out, put them back in the freezer, so that pre-freezes my Yeti, and then put all my stuff in with my ice packs. And I'm telling you, my shit will stay cold till Thursday. I mean, seriously, it will stay cold till Thursday. So that's a good idea. If any of y'all haven't used a Yeti, I promote Yeti products. Hardcore promote them. They work, I'm telling you. And then, of course, my refrigerator's full, too. What about you, Anthony? You bring your food, or you a loves man?
Yeah, I switch with him because he covers everything. And I'll just play. But it's like he said. I mean, like me, I got soup in my truck.
Yeah.
Which I'm a big fan of soup. I got soup in my truck. Number one thing to me really water.
Water,
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's one
Lots
of the
of
main
lots.
things you're going to need if you get stuck.
Yep.
You can kind of get by with not having a little food,
Yep.
but you definitely need water.
That's absolute, no doubt.
You know, you definitely don't. And when if you look at the videos of what happened last year, most of everybody that was complaining was saying that, hey, I'm stuck out here. Guess what? Having no water.
Yeah.
No water.
They were trying to get water to them.
Yeah.
So that's I think one of the main things that any trucker need to have in their truck. Go get you a case of water. Put many as you need in your refrigerator. Yeah, you need your soups. I even get cereal bowls, like little small cereal bowls. You know, something that I can eat, throw it away. I don't have to worry about junk building up in my truck.
Right.
You know, so we have soup, cereal bowls, any little small thing that you can get, you know, that you can eat that's gonna hold you over, you know, and just like he said, sometimes I will bring, you know, other food from home, like if the wife can cook, I might fix me 2 or 3 microwavable trays of that, you know, and one of my most important things I keep in my truck really is a microwave.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I got a microwave, I got an air fryer.
I don't have an air fryer.
Oh yeah, I got an air
That's
fryer.
These
something
guys-
I'm thinking on right
Yeah.
there.
Now listen to these guys.
I got an air fryer.
They
and
living good
I
out
have
there.
I have a small oven. So if I want to cook me a piece and not microwave it, I can plug my oven up, put it in my oven.
Yeah.
You know.
It's amazing what these trucks do nowadays. isn't it? I
don't
mean,
wanna say
really,
I don't want to say everything. I got to say something for
really,
Hey, but you basically covered it. Like say, anytime you're on your home rate, for sure, all the leftover food, especially my wife cook, any leftover, I take it and bag it up and prepare it, and I take it over the road with me. Basically buy microwave. Anything I cook in a microwave, I basically buy canned goods, easy, top open, where you can put it in the microwave and cook it. If I want to eat out, every now and then I eat out of a truck stop. You just don't have the buffets anymore, so all this fast food stuff, you might as well just make you prepare your food at home while you can. And another thing, the Yeti cup, I love it. I don't know, it's just my Yeti cup. Or
No,
what,
it's mine
but
too.
Mine's
I love
on
mine.
ice. I'm not get to love do my refills.
Yeah.
I fill it up with ice and like say the water, and it just lasts you a couple of days.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
and
absolutely. It's crazy how
wonderful.
well they work. Now I know Buddy's a big old cooker, because my boy Trottenham rode with Eddie. I mean, rode with Buddy. I'm getting all y'all's names messed up. And I asked Trottenham. I said, well, what kind of food are you bringing? Because they're running all over the place. He said, well, I don't really have to bring anything. He said, Buddy goes home and smokes meat all weekend. He said, we have steaks, pork chops, chicken. I said, there you go, man.
Yeah.
So I know he's a big old cooker and bringer. What else you got going on?
Man, I don't know. I guess that's just my hobby. You know, it's something I like doing, grilling, smoking meat. So, yeah, it shows. We eat good out there.
You don't have no problem.
You know,
40 years
I'm
of
trying to
truck,
match you over
40
here
years
about
of truck
something
driving and
good.
still got this man figured. Good man.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we've covered tools, we've covered food. What do you think? When I say what do you think, I'm looking at the producer back there. So we've covered kind of all that. We have some information that came up actually this morning when we were getting ready and these guys were on their way in. And I want to kind of go over that information, but it's going to be on a separate episode. So I'm going to ask these guys if they will to hang out one more time. Y'all good with that? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So we're going to hang out one more time. So thank y'all for joining us on this one. If you liked what you saw, you can hit me down here at brett.hutchins@gulfrelay.com. Love to hear from you. No negative stuff. Don't want to hear that. So, sponsored by Gulf Relay. Y'all come join us in episode 2. Thank you.